Hey guys, hey, it's me, Jimmy Lou, with the Messy Craft Corner. Hello, you guys. Okay, I'm going to move this because we don't need this today. We only need this. I didn't even know that was underneath there, you guys. We only need a little space to work, but I got some stuff at the thrift store, you guys, and I have a bunch of like jewelry things that I'm thinking of doing like a mystery sale this weekend. So why hello Nancy, hello Miss Cheryl. So that way, because there's a lot of pieces like that I'm just not, this is pretty, that I'm just not going to use. So I'm thinking of making like some mystery bundles. Would you guys be interested in mystery bundle? Look at this big piece. This is not something I don't think I would use this. And, you know, hey, maybe someone even, like, wants it just for, like, jewelry wearing. I don't know. Okay, if I can get it untangled. It looks like it's tangled, but it's not really tangled because it's a layered piece. Look at this. Right? So I bought some jewelry pieces at the thrift store, and some of them are cool. You know, some of them are pretty neat. Like, look at this piece here. This is pretty cool. This would make a great, like, dangle or charm. But, you know, there's cuff bracelets. I'm not a cuff bracelet kind of gal. But obviously, you know, you could use some of this stuff in your journaling. You know, like this here, it's missing a stone, but you could put a pearl on that. Look at these. Ooh, these are plastic, so these aren't even old. But they're fun. You just yank these off. So I thought maybe if you like, we can take a look at through here and you guys can tell me what you're thinking. Ooh, this one's pretty. This one's going in Jimmy Lou's drawer. Boop. There's mismatched pieces. But that's okay because you can use them, you know, in journaling and things like that. Like this is just off of something. So what do you guys think about that? You guys think you might like to do something like that? Who's doing a... if there are, I can let you know. It doesn't appear that there's any. I don't typically pick up and purchase rosary beads. That's a me thing that has nothing to do with saying the rosary or anything at all. It's just I don't usually have a market for them. So, but look at this one. Who's doing a blue journal? This would be a great, it's elastic. This would be a great, like, closure for a journal. I'm just saying. It looks like somebody probably made it. That one's fancy. And then I already showed this one. You know, just alone, just ripping them apart for the beads that are on there, you know, to do beaded things. So, but that's a big statement piece right there, you guys. And then there's some of these in our area, we have, St. Patrick's Day parades, and these get thrown from the floats. But, they're actually, I'm not keeping those. Look at this one. Jimmy Lou likes that one. So, would you guys like to have I would just make a post and you guys can, you know, pick a number and that would be the bag that you got. So, yeah, the blue. Look at these purple. They're kind of like a plastic marble type thing. Your mom is doing a blue envelope journal. That's cool. Here's two. Those, if somebody's doing like an on fire journal. These are the kind of pieces I like. I like these pieces for on my books just because, first of all, you can paint them. Second of all, I don't know, this has some kind of meaning because, can you see on the back there, there's a religious kind of symbol there. This is a poinsettia, so probably, it doesn't seem to be very old, but here's some leaf pieces. Look at these ones. Can you see that? Hi, Evie. We're just looking at some jewelry pieces that I picked up. Look at this. Is this Avon? Sometimes the plastic ones are Avon. Nope, Hallmark. I was going to say Hallmark or Avon. One of the two. I thought this was two, and it's actually one. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Look at this one. This one might be going in Jimmy Lou's drawer. I'm just saying. So we are going to make a journal cover today. And then throughout the weekend, I'm going to be doing some lives, you guys, that we can... I don't know what these are to. There's like no... They look like buttons, but they're not really buttons. Here's a piece here. I just bought like a hodgepodge of things. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with these. This is a scarf piece. These make great closures for books. Definitely a statement piece. Anybody really into cuff bracelets? I just am not. Ooh, this one's going in Jimmy Lou's drawer. Look at that one. Some of them I really, really like, and I definitely would keep for myself. And you're seeing them. They're getting tossed right in there. So, but look at this. This is... And again, they're not... Oh, man, there's one of those bugs in here. And he is scooting around and just landed above me. Hang on. Jimmy Lou's got to catch him and get rid of him. Hang on a second. Here we go. Stay in there. Okay, he can stay in there. Ooh, yucky. You know, there's watch pieces. You can break these apart and make up a lot. Yeah, there's some, you see it over here. We're going to be using that here in a minute. We're just taking a look at what I picked up at the thrift store today. Just some fun pieces. Here's a little, look at this little guardian angel pin. Isn't that cute? That's cute, right? Oh, here's a fun little reindeer. Put away for Santa. I thought if this was elastic, we could use this. But even like these pieces that appear to be like homemade necklaces, you can cut these apart just for the beads. So this might be a fun like dangle piece for on the thing. Ooh, see, I like this one. Not to wear, but I don't know that I would ever do like a red journal, but that would be definitely, well, I shouldn't say that. We got red, white, and blue right over there. Here's a nice big, again, these, just to cut these apart for the beads alone would be fun, right? Got that. What else do we got? Here's a, this is Saint, oh geez. It's very dirty on the back. Maybe someone recognizes it. Hey, Miss Lisa. So, yeah, definitely got some cool, fun pieces at the thrift store today. Clip-on earrings make the best, like, pieces for this kind of stuff. So, be watching that. Yard sales are this weekend, you guys. Get some yard sales happening. And here's, look at this. That's a very vintage, homemade, back in the 80s when we used to make those kind of pin. But that's going to match my book today, like, perfectly. Here's a Cupid, and it's got an earring stuck on it. So, oh, look at these. These are definitely 80s earrings, you guys. There's another one of those. And again, I said this would make a really good piece for like a dangle charm on a book. That one's very pretty. What is this? Does this open? It does not open. Look at this. This is like, I think for a scarf or a scarf necklace. Remember scarf necklaces? There we go. Oh, here's the other earring that matches that other one. There's a Christmas tree. We got one that says mother. Anybody doing a book for their mom? And then here's, this is a clip-on, but look at that. Tell me that would make a cute little dangle piece. Is it a clip-on? It is a clip-on. There's actually two of those. So, my plan is to make up some mystery bundles. Have them listed on sale probably tomorrow. And, you guys can make purchases of just some jewelry. This one here, I kind of like this one. It says, ask and it shall be given you. Seek and you shall find. Matthew 7:7. And then it says the same thing on the inside as well. It's a bangle bracelet. So, kind of like that too, you guys. So there's some cool jewelry. Some cool pieces. Okay, now we can get to work. Now we can work. As long as we don't drop that on the floor like I did the last time, you guys. Let me tell you. All right, let me put this over here. Okay, got my spoon, got me some trims. I wanted to show you some things. These are on clearance at my Michael's. So, they are just some blingy charms and some blingy and pearl charms that I thought might go nicely with this book. This is from, where's this from? Walmart. I picked this up at Walmart. This is like a trim that looks vintage even though it's not. It's just really pretty. Then I dyed some textile pieces. This is seam binding and also a vintage doily that I want to use for my cover. And then we just found this in that bin full of things. So this is a nice red, white, and blue piece that we could use. We'll talk about the paper here in a minute. And here's now this is not the kit. We're not working with the kit. This is just something fun that we're doing to create a journal. Next week, I am going to have a patriotic kit, for you to work on up through 4th of July. Okay. But this is not that kit. So this is not that fabric. This fabric came from Walmart. Both of these fabrics came from there. And then, I coffee stained it so that it wasn't, because all of this where you see like that beige was white. Okay. And I didn't really want white because I was going along with this. So, and this is just, it looks like old newsprint is what it looks like. So I thought that would be kind of fun to do a journal cover with. The paper, I'll put a link up for the printables. I don't have a code or anything. It's not from anyone that I recognize. I just thought it was really pretty paper. And I already have my signature ready to go. And then I have a bunch of cut aparts that I got to go along with it as well. So that we could do some pretty pockets and all kinds of fun things throughout the journal. So I really liked this paper pack and how it really, the red is a little more red than the red throughout, but it's okay. It's going to match just lovely. So let's get going. Here's our book cover. You started a patriotic cover? Awesome. This is not the kit. I do have a kit coming. We're going to be piecing together some of that for hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. I can release it for you. So we shall see. All right. Let's get our piece of stuff here. Our felt. You can use felt. You can use batting. You can use old bedspread pieces for the actual cover and not have to worry about it. Here's my magic spoon. And we're just going to get this spread about a bit and get it started. What's everybody been doing today? Yeah, start saving some things that are like red, white, and blue inspired, because you just never know. This one's kind of cool. And I'm just debating, like, do I really want to use it on the cover? If I try to pull it apart, it's probably all those little wooden, because they're just little wooden stars. Who remembers making those? I remember my mom making those for craft sales when I was little. I don't know why I put that on the spoon. Oh, we got to do some shout outs today too. Who's ready for shout outs? I was gonna come live earlier, you guys, and I got so, I don't know, I was tired, and I didn't do it last night. I was tired. Last day of school. Our kids still have, I think, another week yet, and then they'll be done around here. Not that I have any children in school, but for sure, right? Woohoo! All the teachers and the teachers' aides in the cafeteria. Alara wants a shout out. Hi, Alara. How are you? Grandma saw you. Nona saw you on your tummy. Evie sent us a little picture of her on her doing her tummy time. It just seems like she's just such a good baby. Like, she's not a fusser. Except when she gets changed. Then she's a fusser. Ooh, citywide garage sales today. That sounds like fun. I wish I knew where there was a citywide yard sale, garage sale thing in my area this weekend. They just seem to be like fizzling out around here. I don't know. They just don't seem like it. So, Amazon. I got them on Amazon. There are some in the Shopify that you can purchase from me. But if you need a big quantity, then buy them. I buy them in a big quantity, and they're a little on the more expensive side when you buy them that way. But then I just put some in the shop. So, I liked sending them out in the with all the metal pieces for the yeah, I can speak. Words are hard today. I liked putting all of like the doodads and stuff in it for the kit, for the faith kit. And I wasn't planning to do it again. And then I decided, well, it actually was nice because it protected them. And it protected everything that was in the pack from getting like poked and jabbed. So there's that, you know. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth. All right, here we go. It is, let's have some shout outs. Sydney Jackson. Here's how this works. If I shout out your name, say hey back. If you don't want to say hey, that's okay. Everyone else, you know what to do. Hit those hearts and those thumbs up, and let's get that algorithm shaking and baking. We got Sue Blaylock and Robin Christensen. My sweet friend Lisa Fox. Are you guys camping, Lisa? Hello, Estelle Patterson and Stu Stickelman. Sorry if I'm butchering anybody's names. We got Carrie King Hall and Tracy, Miss Robin Zimmerman. We got Debbie Catalino. Whew, you got a mouthful there, darling. We got Anita Brody and Dela Lawrence, Nancy Doken. This is getting me to know some of you guys that don't normally comment, and that's okay. But I don't always know like who's here and stuff. We got Michelle Chaston and Roberta Worthley. We got Shelly Boyce in the house. So is Miss Dolores Rumble. Hello, Novella and Debbie Moeller. Elizabeth Garcia's in the house. Hi, Alara. And Rico and Kevin. We got Lisa Kidd and there's Teresa. We got Cheryl and Deborah Campbell and Cheryl. We got a lot of Cheryls. Joyful Rose and Miss Holly Ann. So hello. And I don't know who makes the list. I don't know why some people make the list and some people don't, but that's a Facebook thing. I think that if you are commenting, or it depends on when you get here too, I think sometimes for that. So, okay. So we got this red, white, and blue. This is directional, so I had to be mindful which way I cut it. But again, I cut it and then I coffee dyed it. And I did a really light coffee dye because I didn't want everything to turn brown. And I almost feel like I should have had it just a little bit darker. So that way, these hearts would have gotten a little darker. But it looks good. And then we're going to use some doily and some other things. Okay, one thing we're going to do a little different than we've done in the past. And that is we're going to put our... No, this is on the inside. We're going to put our closure up, but we're going to do it on the inside. And we're going to do it before we put the fabric down. So we have to put this piece down first and then work our way around. So here we go. My Larry spoon, who someone sent me a request to get a signed spoon. Y'all, it's just a spoon. Just go to your picnic, whatever picnic you go to this weekend, grab yourself a spoon and be like, I'm taking this. I need it for junk journaling. Okay. That's how you get a spoon this weekend. All right. So we're going to place this down. And what that spoon does is it spreads the glue around so it doesn't do just the lines. Because here it's morning in New Zealand. Well, good morning to you and welcome. I'm glad that you're here. It spreads the glue around so that you don't get these weird lines, okay? And also, it can get gloppy, and then it makes it feel funny. So I used to use my finger, and Larry said, why don't you use a spoon? And then we went to spoon using for this. So I just kind of spread it around, you guys. And I'm thinking about taking this to my sewing machine and doing a sewn edge. Not today, though. Cheryl Garner, send me a private message and I will give you the link to the boxes. If you're using them for something like that, Vacation Bible School, yeah, it would be worth it. Unless you're doing a big project, you don't want a whole big bunch of those. Okay, so if you're going to take this to your sewing machine and you're going to use it on your sewing machine, you have to let the glue set up. You have to let it dry. Otherwise, the glue gets gunky down in your sewing machine. It is a good idea, isn't it? I'm going to keep him around for a while. He's worth having. And, you guys, he's always willing. He'll always say, oh, wait till I get home and I'll take you to the post office. He's always willing to help with your packages and that kind of stuff. And you know what? That means a lot. And especially, you know, he works a full-time job. He works a 40-hour work week. And, you know, I can't imagine that he feels like coming home and going to the post office. But he's a good guy. He's a keeper. I know when you get glue on your fingers, Robin, you're like, I mean, you still get glue on your fingers. Please don't think that you don't get glue on your fingers. And, but quite honestly, you don't get as much. And, you guys, this is like my 4th bottle of Fabri-Tac this month. Listen, I need Fabri-Tac. I was out the other day and it was hard to find. I found it at Michael's. My Michael's, it's expensive at my Michael's. And even like with the discount that I got, it still was a little on the pricey side, to be honest with you. So, you bought a bottle today? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Listen. Come on now, we can do this. It is a very pretty fabric. It is bright. So if you're looking for it in Walmart and you go, oh my gosh, this is such a bright fabric. This is not what she had. Keep in mind, I coffee dyed it, but I did a very light coffee dye. So just keep that in mind. And you can do that with any fabric, you guys. If you get it and you're like, this is just a little too bright for me. I don't really like it this bright. Coffee dye it. With any fabric, you know, even if you buy a kit from me, if the fabric is too bright, coffee dye it. Because everybody has their taste and their style, you know. So, all right. So what we're going to do next, we're going to just keep smoothing that out. Get it good and smooth, you guys. Good and smooth. Is we're going to miter cut the corners and wrap them up. So, I leave about 1/8 of an inch of fabric at the corner. I do the same thing with my paper. Somebody was recommending that you could take this and glue this into place so that when you wrap this around, you know, it's helping to cover up your corner. But if you leave that 1/8 of an inch there at the corner, when you wrap it, it's going to wrap around there very nicely. So, yeah, Fabri-Tac, and that's what I prefer for working with fabric, is I prefer the Fabri-Tac. And again, that's a me preference. I would not use I certainly wouldn't use stick glue. That is definitely not going to get the job done for you. I would not use, I don't know about tacky glue with fabric because I've never used it. I've only ever used the Fabri-Tac. There's a Beacon 3-in-1, but I gotta be honest, guys, even that is just as equally expensive as this stuff was. So, all right, we're gonna wrap this around, and then we're gonna put our piece of seam binding on there. And I'm just pulling this around. Just press it down, you guys. cool. Helping your mom plant flowers. I have a lot of glue here, and we did do, a while back, we did do a live where I talked about like the differences of glue and, you know, what they're good for versus what you should. Now, be thinking about something. These projects that you want to last forever, and I'm not talking about like just a card that you're making that you're going to send to somebody, although I would want my cards to last forever too. But I'm talking about like these books and journals and stuff like that. You put all this time and effort and money into them. The last thing you want to have happen is for them to fall apart because you used a school stick glue. So just think about any time your kids or your niece or your nephew or somebody made you a project and they used Elmer's stick glue. Oh, cool, Jenny. Welcome. Cool stick glue. School stick glue, it dries out. It turns like this yellowish color, and over time it breaks down and it starts to fall apart. You really don't want to put all the time into making a journal like this and then have it just in shambles because you chose to use a glue that isn't going to work long term. Now, that being said, I can only tell you long term the effects of the glue that I use, okay? So the Fabri-Tac, that's meant to last a long time, and it's meant for fabric. You can use it for other things too. Fabric, lace, glass, leather, wood, trim, all kinds of stuff, okay? So you can use it for the other stuff too. However, I prefer the the glue by Line Co. That is a bookmaker's glue. That is meant to last like forever and a day, you guys. So keep that in mind when you're making your books. As far as like Aleene's glue, Chrissy would know. Chrissy uses that. Shauna uses that. What is that? Oh, see, I don't use it, so I don't know. I'm a glue snob. I can't help it. I just am a glue snob, and that's all there is to it. So, okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so now I have my piece all set and ready to go. So what I did was I took seam binding and I cut, about a little more than a yard, because what I want to do is we're just gonna tack it down. And then this is going to go right over the top of this. Okay, we're going to glue this straight down over the top. Even though it's going to be a little wrinkly and bumpy, I'm okay with it because here's why. I want this to be my tie closure, and I wanted it to kind of be a hidden closure, okay? You can do it on the outside of the book if you want to, entirely up to you. But when you do seam binding, or sari silk. This is sari silk. I'm sorry. It's sari silk. It does get crinkly, and I crinkled it all up and I let it dry in a ball, so it is crinkly. But what you can do is just add a line of the glue and then just sort of put it in place. Okay. And now we're going to have to work around this when we're doing the rest of the journal. And that's okay. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid. Okay. So I'm going to be working on the opposite sides and then adding some glue over the top. So we're just going to be putting this down and then using our spoon to spread it around. Put some on there and just work across, you guys, okay? And it's just a different way to do it, okay? So just be a little cautious of where it's at and all, okay? So if you can see, I'm holding it down with my thumb on the one side and just spreading it down this way. And then we're going to put that pretty decorative fabric in the center. Okay, here we go. Now I did make it like nice and tight, because that's the way I wanted it. I wanted it nice and tight when we did it. Okay, but look how pretty that looks. You forgot to get the big envelopes. Well, you can even pick them up at like a dollar store. You the Dollar Tree, or Dollar General. They all sell them in their office supplies. So just keep that in mind. Oh geez, I could have put this right on there. And we're just spreading it out, you guys. Spread it out. Okay, and I did like doing the fabric dye on the sari silk. I really enjoyed doing that. That was definitely something, I hadn't done it before. So, you were watching last year's video. I know, that was such a nice video last year. Hang on 1 second. I just need to trim this a real little bit along here. Along this edge, or do I? It had this kind of weird, like, bump right there. There we go. Okay. We're just going to keep right on moving. Hey, Rhonda. Okay, so I took a class with the Vintage Daisy. I highly recommend that you take her $25 class. The live videos are over, but it's still, all of the live videos are there. You guys, she taught all about the different dyes, and this was a dye that she recommended. I used a lot more of the dye to obtain the color that I wanted, this kind of navy color. Typically, it's a softer color, but, you know, I do recommend take the class, you guys. It's so worth it. Just the information that you get in there is worth it. All right, spread this across there. And I can feel the glue coming through a little bit, but not too much. I buy felt by the yard, Shelly, because I sell it in kits. So next week when we do the other patriotic cover that will have a kit attached with it, that felt, that's why I buy it by the yard. It doesn't matter. You can buy it by the sheet. If you're just buying it for you, that's fine. I could see how much of these two pieces of fabrics that I have left, and I could sell just some, you know how I sold just the B fabric that you got the envelope and 2 pieces of fabric, a piece of felt, the envelope, and 6 sheets of paper for the inside. If you guys would like that, for this patriotic fabric, I can, but trust me, you'll want to wait and see the patriotic fabric that I have coming up. Okay, so then all you have to do is fold this in half and give it a crease, and that's going to be your crease for the center of the book. Now, I can see this through here, but listen, we put stuff in the pockets and stuff, it's not going to really matter anyways. And then it has this really pretty tie closure that's going to match this vintage doily that we're going to add onto the spine of this. And I was gonna wait and sew in the signatures later, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to find my awl that's on this table somewhere. Like I said, it's on this table somewhere, and I think I just want to sew these in because I have the signature all set and ready to go, so there's nothing stopping me from putting it in there. Okay, so we can add the signature in now, and then we can, this small doily I picked up at, I don't know, flea market, thrift store, something like that. And I just tossed it in with the die for this, so it would be the same. And it just, I don't know, it kind of like, it helps the cover part. And then I thought we're going to use some of this trim work to give us that. I don't know where we're going to use it. Maybe along the edge, somewhere. And then I had some of those, wherever I just stuck those. These pieces, some bulling-a-ding-dings for the cover. But we also have this, you guys. I really think I want to use this somewhere on this book. Okay, let's just do it. Then it'll all be sewn in there tomorrow. That's where we can kind of pick up from. So let's grab some clips. I guess I'm not sewing around the edge of the book, but that's okay. We don't really have to. You guys tell me in the comments if you want, do you want fabric bundles from this? They'd be $25, just like we did for those bee journals the other week when I did the bees. And you'd get 6 sheets of paper, the envelope, and 2 sheets of paper, 2 sheets of fabric, 6 sheets of paper. I can get this out. 6 sheets of paper, the envelope, the felt, and 2 sheets of fabric for $25. So the stars could be a dangle, but they're on a pin. And if I pull this off of the pin, it's going to make a mess. Let me just tell you. All right, so we're poking our hole right through the center. Right out. Ouch. Ooh, got me. Got me. It drew blood too, you guys. It's been a while since I drew blood in this room. It just pricked me just enough. Okay, it's not still bleeding. Scared myself there for a minute. Be careful. These things are sharp, you guys. No kidding. And we're just going to do 3, the 3 pamphlet stitch on this. Don't worry, I'm not bleeding in the book. Because if I choose to add a dangle, we can add it onto the lace that we're putting there. I did. I got your payment, but I had already been to the post office. But that's okay, because I could run to my regular post office tomorrow. Okay. Whew. There's our 3 holes. And here comes our... That's smarted, you guys. Let's see. I have... I don't have any brown, black. The white is in the other room. Okay, we can use the black. Black will work. Okay. I dyed it. I used the dye Lolita from the class I took with the Vintage Daisy, and I dyed it. I liked it. I tried it on the Sari Silk first, and then I went to I had enough of the dye left to do it the other way. Okay. I'm still thrown off a little bit about jabbing my finger there. It's all okay though, I promise. I went down through the center, up through the top. We're going all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to come back up through the center. And you come up through the center, you want to come up through the opposite side of where you went down through. Okay? So that way, okay, make sure you're not tying this in. You get a good, strong tie. Hello, Charlotte. Yeah, patriotic bloodshed. I bleed red, white, and blue, right? Okay, so if you're not from the United States, I don't know if you have Memorial Day like we do here. That's where we take the time to remember soldiers who lost their lives fighting for our freedoms, for our country. And so this was just a nice way of me to kind of pay a little bit of tribute there. You can add dangly pieces on here if you want to. or you can just trim them off. I tie it in a bow. But you can make these books using any fabrics or anything that reflects a holiday that you have coming up around you. Okay, so maybe you have, I don't know, Posy Day and you want to make some posies. I don't know. It's all good, and I'm not obviously not making fun of any culture or anything like that. Okay, just saying. All right, so then our tie closes on the inside here like this. This book's going to be on the table all weekend long, and we're going to make some fun things with it. So I'm just trimming this off. Okay, and then we can use these pieces for the tops of our tags and stuff. All right, so we're going to glue this on, and we're just going to go right around the edge there, just like so. It's not big. I actually thought about just doing a little bit here like this to give us more on the front, but I did kind of go for that skinny looking thing, and that's what happened. Linda Jeremiah, your Reader's Digest book is on its way to you. Okay, so we're going to glue this on here, and then we're going to flip it over to the back, and we're going to glue this on, and you know, I hope I hope that I sewed that in there the right direction and not upside down. We should check that before we move forward. Okay, so the only thing with Sorry Silk that I'm finding is it does shed a lot. I'm not really used to that. I'm used to using the seam binding, and then it sticks to you because it's fuzzy. Oh, I got it in the right direction. Okay, so I'll put a link up for the printables. I don't have a code or anything for you to use if you want to use these types of printables. This here is just scrapbook paper. You could use scrapbook paper. You could use, I did not put in not any of the, the junk journal paper that I typically use. I didn't put any of it in it this time, but I did put this. This will be in the next journal kit. The patriotic one. So, okay, now that we have that established, we can tie this back closed. It's a printable. I printed it. And then there was all these decorative things that also went along with it. So we are going to go ahead and we're just going to add some of this along where I think that's going to land. Oops. Ooh, that was a pretty good guess, Jimmy Lou. Just like that. Now, we could have sewed straight through this. I think it would have been fine with the tatting that's on the edge of that. Oh, cool, Sue. That is really cool. That is really neat to know. They have a day to remember their soldiers from New Zealand and Australia who fought World War I and World War II. And they do that on April 25th. Awesome. Okay, so then we have this piece here. You know what? We have to scoot this up a little bit. So it is going to hang off the top and the bottom a little bit. That's okay. I'll take it. I'm liking it. Yeah, so if you have like a patriotic holiday, you could do in any patriotic stuff that you have in fabrics wherever you're from, if you can get them. Sometimes it's a little harder to get those types of fabrics. And I definitely overshot that one on the back. That's okay. We're just gonna schmutz it in there and pull these up. We go. And that's looking good, you guys. That is definitely looking good. Okay. So I did have some of this that I also wanted to use on the cover. And I think we're just going to go straight down the edge right here. Just to give us that kind of, we got a lot of reds, then we got some whites and some blues. This is just, this is like trim work that you can get in the sewing section of Walmart. It's just called trim. That's what it's called. So we're going to go right over the top here with this. And press this down here. So this segment was all about the cover, you guys. We did the cover. Now, I'm not going to do anything. I have an idea for what I think I want to do. It's going to include this, I believe, because look at this is just going to look pretty on there. My voice is nice to listen to. Okay, I don't always get that compliment. Thank you. I don't always get that compliment. No joke. So we're just going to pull those out a little bit. We might end up gluing those down a little more. And then we're going to get an edge along here as well. All right, here we go, you guys. And we're just adding this down there. And I mean, if that's the only thing that you do, that's going to be really cool, right? And let's just take a look here and see what we have. Oh, I do have, see, I have some of these bling pieces that I thought we could add kind of throughout, or maybe just one or two on there. I'm not really sure what I wanted to do on the cover. There's some really pretty cut aparts, but look at these would look good on there. You know, this red leaf that we just got would definitely be a piece to add on there. You know, if you like this kind of stuff, because it looks like a metal, you know, that might look really pretty on there. Or if you have any old metals, be careful though, because like war metals they're valuable, you guys. War metals are valuable. And it's always nice if you do find them at flea markets for cheap to try and find the owners. But you can even get pieces like this. I'm not sure where this came from. I feel like this came from the Vintage Daisy. But, you know, you can add keys. There's all kinds of things that you can add to a book like this. So I think I'm going to, at this point, we're going to wait and see what we want to do with the rest of the cover when I pull in the ephemera that came with this paper kit. And then also, I'm not sure if, I think I might want to try to dye some lace this blue to go in here, for here and for our belly band. So I think that I might want to try that. I think that bug I had captured, I think he got out, you guys. No, he's right there. I hope he stays in there. But I can take some lace and, you know, we can make pockets with just the plain lace. But I think what I want to do is wait. I'm going to throw this into a dye, see if I can get this color again, and then we can go from there. So that'll get glued into the inside here. So you guys, get ready, because this book is going to be really amazing. And I'm going to let you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow at some point. I'm not exactly sure what time I'll see you tomorrow, but I will see you tomorrow. And we'll hang out and we'll put together some of there's pockets and stuff to go all throughout this book. And I'm super excited to do it. So I'm going to have to, if I want to do a belly band, I'm going to have to use something different. But I have this, that we could do a belly band in the back. But we could just do two pockets too, you guys. It doesn't have to always be a belly band in a pocket. So I'll play and see what happens when I dye this fabric, okay? All right, you guys, all have a good rest of your day. Oh, I just remembered, I have this back here, which this is a vintage tablecloth that has this kind of stuff in it too. I almost wonder if I don't want to cut some of this and try to get this as part of a pocket. I don't know. We'll have to play. We'll have to play. So you have Poppy Day. Yes, Poppy Day. All right, you guys, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you some point tomorrow where we'll come back and I'm just leave the book right here. Just let it sit here and hang out and do all the things. And I will see you all tomorrow. Remember to always be kind because you never know what someone's going through. And I'll see you guys all really, real soon. I appreciate you all. And I just thank the families of the men and women who have given their life for this country. Their families often suffer great loss so that we can be who we are here in the United States. So you guys all be blessed, and I'll see you guys all really real soon. Bye, guys.